Most people don't lose their jobs because they're incompetent. They lose them because they violate unspoken laws, rules that were never written but are enforced with brutal precision. You break them once, you're watched. Twice, you're marked. Third time, you're out. Welcome to the silent battlefield of your career. This isn't about job performance. It's not about how fast you type or how many hours you clock. It's about power, perception, and survival in a system that doesn't care how hard you work, only how strategically you move. Here's the truth. Your workplace is not a family. It's a cold-blooded arena of controlled hierarchies, fragile egos, and silent politics. Every action, every word, every glance is a signal. And if you're sending the wrong ones, you're digging your own professional grave, one meeting, one lunch break, one careless joke at a time. So today, we're not going to talk about how to impress your boss with hustle, or how to climb the ladder with grind-set cliches. We're going to talk about what not to do, the fatal missteps that sabotage your career silently, the things you may already be doing, thinking you're being authentic, thinking you're being honest, when in reality, you're giving away your power like a fool. Philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli once said, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." Translation? People judge you based on who you associate with, how you behave, and how well you play the game. If you don't understand the rules, you become a pawn, and pawns are the first to fall. So, let's get into it. 4 things you should never do at your job unless you want to stay stuck, stagnant, and silenced. Step 1. Never complain upwards. Complaining feels like relief, but at work, it's a self-inflicted wound. When you vent to your manager about how stressed you are, how unfair something feels, or how someone else isn't pulling their weight, you're not being transparent. You're branding yourself as weak. There's a cold truth most won't tell you. Your boss isn't your therapist. They're calculating whether you're an asset or a liability. And every complaint you make without a solution attached signals that you're not someone who can handle pressure. Here's what Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So instead of complaining, learn the art of quiet power. Observe, adapt, move strategically. Speak only when it improves your position. Let others whine, the weak expose themselves in noise. The strong gain leverage in silence. If this already hit you, if you've caught yourself oversharing to people above you, then pause, reflect, shift your strategy. By the way, if this information resonates, smash that like button, because the next step is one that's even more dangerous. Step 2. Never overshare personal details. Let me be crystal clear. Transparency is not a virtue at work. It's a liability. You might think you're building trust by telling your coworkers about your weekend, your relationship problems, your mental health struggles, your financial stress. But in reality, you're handing out ammunition. You're giving them a blueprint of your weaknesses. And don't kid yourself, people. Remember weakness. Voltaire once said, "The secret of being a bore is to tell everything." In the corporate world, the secret of staying average is the same. Tell everything. The moment you overshare, you lose mystique. And mystique is power. It's the shield that keeps others guessing, keeps them on edge, keeps them respectful. The less people know about you, the less control they have over you. Think about it. Who gets promoted? The person everyone likes because they're relatable? Or the one who's always composed, professional, focused, whose energy is directed into solutions, not stories? You think you're being real. You think you're being authentic. But in a game of optics and influence, Authenticity without discretion is suicide. Keep your circle tight. Guard your energy. Learn to say less and mean more. When you walk into that building, you are not there to be understood. You are there to dominate your space, to secure your position, to build a fortress around your future. Act accordingly. If this hit a nerve, subscribe, because the next point is the one that destroys the highest number of high performers, and they never see it coming. You do not want to miss what's next. Step 3. Never undermine authority, even when they're wrong. Here's where the smart people fall. The ambitious ones. The ones who read the books, know the systems, and see the cracks. They think truth is the ultimate weapon, that if they point out flaws, expose mistakes, or correct a superior in public, they'll earn respect. Wrong. In the corporate arena, truth is second to ego, and ego sits on every throne. When you challenge authority directly, especially in front of others, you're not seen as competent. You're seen as dangerous, a threat. And threats get neutralized, not promoted. Machiavelli put it perfectly. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. In the workplace, this translates to one thing. Do not embarrass people who outrank you, even if they deserve it. If your manager makes a mistake, note it. Log it. But don't correct it in the meeting room with 10 witnesses. Do it privately, tactfully, and only if it benefits you. Otherwise, let it go. Choose your battles like your future depends on it, because it does. Remember, power is not about being right. It's about knowing when to be right and when to be quiet. The corporate world is a political chessboard, not a debate club. If you keep trying to prove you're the smartest person in the room, you'll eventually find yourself no longer invited to that room. So keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. Let your results speak. Let others play hero. You're playing for longevity, not applause. If this opened your eyes, stay locked in. What's coming next is the most subtle yet devastating mistake almost everyone makes without realizing. Stick around. It could save your entire career. Never get too comfortable. Comfort is the silent killer of progress. The moment you feel safe in your job, you've already started decaying. You stop learning. You stop pushing. You stop preparing. And that's exactly when the axe falls. Because make no mistake, every job is temporary. Every paycheck is conditional. Every seat is rented. And the rent is due in results. You think your company owes you loyalty because you've been there for 5 years? Because you worked late on that one project? Because you trained the new hire? Wake up. The corporate machine doesn't care about your history. It doesn't care how much you sacrificed. It only cares about what you're doing right now. And the moment you stop delivering, or worse, the moment you become replaceable, it will move on without blinking. As Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And if your only why is a salary and a title, you've already lost. That's not purpose. That's dependency. Never settle. Never stagnate. Use your current job to build leverage, not a lifestyle. Learn skills, stack value, expand your network. Always prepare for the next move before you need to make it. Because if you wait until you're forced, you're already too late. The ones who rise aren't the ones who wait for permission. They're the ones who stay hungry while everyone else gets fat on comfort. If this lost truth shook you, smash that like button and subscribe, because this is the mindset shift that separates the average from the untouchable. Ask yourself, are you getting comfortable, or are you getting ready? The corporate world doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most strategic. And the most dangerous thing you can do is think you're safe. So remember, never complain upwards. Never overshare personal details. Never undermine authority publicly. And never, ever get too comfortable. Follow these, and you won't just survive, you'll dominate. And now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Which of these 4 mistakes have you seen ruin someone's career, or almost ruin your own? Let's talk about it. Like, subscribe, share this with someone who needs the wake-up call. Because next time, we're going even deeper into how to gain leverage, build real power, and become unfireable. You don't want to miss it.